Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? Today, we're here to discuss the case of La'Teasha Lamont Brooks, who's age 20 when she went missing from Farmville, Virginia on August 29th, 2002. It has now been 24 years and has been no answers as to what happened to La'Teasha. Today, we're here to talk to her sister, La'Keisha, and find out what's been going on with this case after all these years and how come there hasn't been much publicity surrounding the case. La'Keisha, how you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I've been interested in your sister's case for a long time. I've always hoped that somebody would comment and say, "Hey, this is my family member," so I can find out and get more information on this case. So tell me what happened with your sister La'Teasha.
Um, from the story that I was told that the day that she came up missing, well, I remember that day she wasn't living with us, but that day she was staying with us because she wanted to go to um my mother's husband's family reunion. So she had a probation. She had to go see her probation officer that morning, and I had to go to school. So before I left to go to school, she had gave me a letter because the guy she was dating at the time, he was still in school, but she was out of school. She told me to give him the letter. Well, I had originally told her that I wanted to stay home with her, and she told me, "No, I need you to go to school so you can give him this letter." So I left and went to school. So from my understanding, my mom was supposed to take her to the probation office, and I thought she was going to wait for her and then bring her back to our house. But when I got home from school, my sister wasn't there, and so I asked my mom where Tisha was, and she was like, she didn't come back. Like she said she told her not to wait for her. So I was like, okay. So um, she didn't come. We didn't hear from her. Like this is back when a lot of people didn't have cell phones and stuff, so none of us had a cell phone. We only had a landline.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We only had a landline, so that day, and I came back by, we didn't think nothing of it because she wasn't living with us. We just thought that she went to, back home to where she was staying at the time. So then the next day came. Well, when I had got back to school the next day because the guy had wrote her back and he asked me did I give her the letter, and I was like no. All right. Um, I'm sorry. Can you inbox on Gail and tell her what's going on? I had inbox. I'm sorry. I got distracted. I had told him like, no, she didn't come back. I was like, you haven't heard from her, and he was like, no. So I still, like at this time when I get back home, I'm like, Mom, ain't nobody heard from Tisha, and she was like, yeah, she probably somewhere out in the streets, cause like my sister did hang out and stuff, and she wasn't living with us at the time. So that Saturday when we was on our way to the family reunion, my aunt Gail, we ended up going to a store called Winn Dixie at the time.
Okay.
And that's when the guy and wife that she was staying with, they had pulled up on us, and my aunt happened to be out there too. And we had asked my aunt, like, did you see Tisha? She said no. And the guy, Shabby, said that he didn't see her. So then that's when everybody was like, okay, something is up. Like, why haven't nobody heard from her? And then we also had got in touch with her best friend, Tamika Harvey, and that's when she also said she hadn't heard from her. So then at that time, we knew something was wrong. So I do recall my mom, like we went to the police station to try to report her missing, but then they told her she had to come back the next day, and because she was 20, and they said that she probably not missing, she probably just don't want to be found. So we end up going to a reunion. And I guess like that Sunday, my mom went to report it, but I remember we didn't hardly hear anything back until like that Tuesday or Wednesday.
Mhm.
And then I remember like nothing, like the police really. The detective that was on her case, his name was Wesley Reed. He didn't really do much
Okay.
in regards to her being missing. And I remember my mom had to handwrite flyers because nobody did a search, nobody believed us that we didn't know where she was at. And then I remember 2 weeks had went by, they came to our house. I remember them digging our backyard up.
Why did they dig the backyard up?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Take your time. Take your time.
I remember them digging our backyard up, looking for her. So then at that time, I'm like, well, what do they think happened? And then before then, she had lived in New Jersey for a while. So a lot of people, I guess, they just thought that she went back to New Jersey. But I know in my heart, if my sister would have went to New Jersey, I just feel like she would at least told me if she didn't tell nobody else.
Right.
But it's just so fast forward 20 years ago, back in 2022, the story that I was told back in 2002, I don't feel like is the truthful story because a lot of skeletons started to come out to where at the time that my sister came up missing, I was told that my mom and her husband, they both had to go to work.
Okay.
And then I also didn't know that there was a letter written by the probation officer that said she was only in there for 5 minutes. So then that made me suspicious because it's why you couldn't wait for her if she only was in there for 5 minutes? Because I don't see her making the effort to come stay with us to just stay downtown Farmville when her whole purpose of being at our house was to be with us for that weekend. And then I also found out that my mom had the opportunity to go on Steve Wilkos back in 2022 as well. Well, I found out in 2022, back in 2012, 13, she had the opportunity to go on Steve Wilkos to try to find out answers about my sister, and she didn't take the initiative to do it. And it was a big thing on Facebook, and she lashed out at everybody defending her husband because back then the rumors were that my mom and her husband knew what happened to my sister because they were saying that he may possibly had something to do with it.
Mm.
And then it's just it's just not making sense to me how nobody has looked for her. Like and then it's just weird that my mom don't take the initiative to look for her.
Mm-hmm.
Cause tonight, for example, I had posted that I was going to be on your podcast and no response from her. And she had wrote a post an hour before this podcast saying that she was going to go to bed,
Not
knowing
surprised.
that this podcast was trying to get answers out there for my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I also remember when my sister first came up missing, when Wesley Reed used to come out to the house. I remember him saying a couple of times they weren't going to do too much looking for her because our family told him that we knew where she was at.
Mm.
So I feel like a lot of people failed my sister. Over the years, I have tried to put her story out there. I have tried, I've hired a private investigator before. Um, they couldn't really find nothing because they couldn't get a lot of information. Because that when I hired the private investigator, it was 2010, 2011, when it wasn't all this technology that was out now wasn't out then. So, and the Farmville Police Department basically don't have a file for my sister.
Okay.
The police department basically don't have a file for my sister. So all the names and interviews that they did back when my sister first came up missing,
Mm-hmm.
that we don't have that information anymore. So
Wow.
trying to find my sister or trying to get answers without trying to like get her story out there is not going to happen, because like we don't have anything to go off of other than like I just hope somebody out there can see this, and especially like in the New Jersey area or somewhere, to just see if they have ran across her or know anything, to like try to help us find out some answers.
Right. Tell Gail if she wants, she can come up.
I'm sorry, I have to get myself together a little bit
Take your
so I
time.
can keep
Take,
talking.
take your time.
I had also, like, over the years, I had like got in touch with a couple of people. One guy, he was the uncle to her ex, on what the guy that she went to New Jersey with previous, back in 2000. And he told me that he had gave the police department the information and offered to take them up to New Jersey where his brother and his nephew live, because they said that they had saw my sister up there. They saw my sister up there, but I don't know how much truth this is in that.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay. Um, so you said like it's been so many rumors like swirling around your mom, like for the investigation. And I know, me and you spoke, and I've tried to do a podcast with her 3 or 4 times, and she gave me different excuses about how she was sick, her health was failing, or or she couldn't appear. It was always an excuse. I don't know why, but kind of made me suspicious too. With this story. And then I remember we were talking. You were telling me that she said she went alone the first time, and then years later she said that her and him went, together, right? Hello. I don't know what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, See if she comes back on. If you're watching, if you're just joining us, you're watching the disappearance of La'Teasha Lamont Brooks. La'Teasha was 20 years old when she went missing from Farmville, Virginia,
Oh,
on August 29th,
hello.
2002. Hello? Okay, I think we lost her. She'll probably pop back in. I was going back. She's been missing since August 29th, 2002, from Farmville, Virginia. She went missing after she went to a probation officer visit. This visit was only 5 minutes, and this was downtown Farmville. So she went missing from that appointment, which was only 5 minutes, So it's basically she came out the door and vanished. What happened to her? Who did she go with? Did she get a car? Did she get in a car with somebody? Nobody knows. It's been 24 years. This family needs some answers. I'm asking anybody out there, if you know anything about this case, please reach out, give this family some answers. It's been too long. I've seen too many families go through these type of things. They're missing their loved ones. It's been 24 years. That's a long time. A year, 2 years, too long. I've seen so many cases like this of black people. You don't see these type cases on the news. You only see them on social media. That's my aim. My aim is to get these stories out there so they can see these faces. La'Teasha Lamont Brooks is just one name of thousands of black women, men, and children that are missing all over the world. Okay, that's where we're gonna start right there. We're not on the news, okay, but I'm making that change and starting with these podcasts and getting these faces out here so that La'Teasha and other women, black women, children will know who these faces are.
Making that
Okay,
change.
La'Keisha's back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I was having some problems with my phone.
It's okay. Okay. Where you want to finish off at?
Um, I don't even remember where I was at because I was trying to figure out, like, it's hard for me to,
Talk about it.
yeah, and I apologize. When I talk about this,
Mhm.
I'm all over the place because it's like, it's 20 years, 20
Mhm.
plus years of information, and I be trying to, like, just got everything, and I'm just trying to, like, I hate that I don't remember a lot. And like I used to have like a notebook that I used to write stuff in, but like over the years it's got misplaced.
Mhm. But you shouldn't feel bad because you ain't never stopped looking for your sister. You've always been there. Remember that.
Right. And
You're-
I just
Uh-huh.
I just wish we had I wish I had more family that was involved on trying to help find her
Right.
because we come from a big family. So it's like, and it's just I don't know. It's just it's just it's like you don't want to think that your mother knows more about her missing daughter than what she's saying. And like I don't want to go on like a bashing thing or anything, but like my mind just keeps going around it and around it and around it. And it's just like something is just not adding up. And it's like the more and more that I'm trying to get my sister's story out, the more it's getting more it's weird. And like I'm still like kind of having emotions about the fact that she didn't get on this podcast or either reached out to me about the podcast. Like I mean, I understand I'm no contact with her right now and I'm not really talking to her, but like I just inboxed her the other day to ask her a question about my brother. So it's not like she won't respond at all. And like we're friends on Facebook. She sees every other post that I put up. So I know she saw it. And then like for somebody to say that your husband may have had something to do with it and then like you act like this, it makes you look more and more suspicious every day. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Take your time. It's emotional. I know.
Like I just want some kind of answers. Like I just want somebody to like reach out to like try to give me pointers on like what I should do. Like I'm not a detective. I don't know. And then it's like Farmer Police Department, they keep on like sharing her posts and I get mad every time they share it because y'all are not doing anything. How are y'all looking for her and nobody they reopened her case and no one reached out to me to ask me anything. When I come home to visit, I go to the police station and nobody wants to talk to me. Back in
Mm.
2018, I gave my DNA and everything because we thought a girl in Georgia, like a Jane, don't look like my sister, and it's like I never even got any answers for that. The detective Sprags just stopped answering the phone for me. So it people be out there saying like, oh, they ain't looking for her. Like I have never stopped looking for my sister, but it gets overwhelming. Like I still have to show up. Like I still have to live, and it's like it's hard. Like me and my brother, we struggle with this a lot. And we can't go to our mother and talk to her because she'll just be like, yeah, I miss her too. But like, what are you doing about it though? Like we all supposed to.
Mm.
But I said this year I'm gonna get her story out the best way I can. I'm gonna try to get on every platform that I can get on. Like I just want answers. This is hard to deal with. Like when somebody pass away and you know they pass away and you get to bury them, you know where they at. But when somebody missing, you don't know to grieve. You don't know to have hope. You don't know what to do.
Right.
So your mind is just always wondering. And it makes you angry. It just makes you angry. I was
Would
trying to.
you?
I had gave my aunt the link, but
Okay,
I
you
know.
want me to bring her on?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So bring her on now. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing there, Miss Gail Humphrey? How you doing?
I'm fine. Keisha, you good? Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I don't know. The situation to me is foul because I've tried everything. I've done all I can so my niece and nephew can have closure about their sister, and I done ran out of options. So all the places that she was told to be at, I went and talked to this man. She was in the office for 5 minutes. We went to the place where my sister said she worked. She had been fired. So you telling me you couldn't wait 5 minutes for your daughter to come out from where for her appointment? And then when we ask questions about it, you want to lash out at us. I just want to know what happened to my niece.
Right.
It's weird.
Uh,
Like tonight, like I got so mad when I saw her post that she was going to bed. Like, what do you mean you going to bed?
so
I'm
you
not the
coming?
one that's supposed to be in this box. I'm not the one that's supposed to be right here. The mother should be right here. I mean, when all this stuff came up about the Steve Wilkos show, Keisha, that you brought up, that's when they reopened the case because they saw how we was fussing about it. And I
Right.
got a
And the
call
crazy thing
from
about it,
Wesley from Detective Gray.
but I don't like him because from what he told me, the case was supposed to have been open back in 2018 when I was down there. Remember, we kept me like I went to go do the mouth swab. They messed that DNA test up. Then it got me to come back and got me to get daddy to do this mouth swab. They messed that up, and then like they just stopped talking to me. Remember, you inboxed me and told me
And
like, no, he's scared.
me and mom went down there. I don't know how many times because we got information that they didn't have. The
Right,
information
and
that they got, it
that's
came
the
from
only
us.
information they have.
So we're asking them why do we have to give you information?
My neck's
We
hurting.
should be the detective. Why are we doing all the work?
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't smoke.
And I want to let everybody know my niece did not disappear on August the 29th.
She had no reason
My
to.
niece
Like,
disappeared 2 days before that. The last sighting of her was at the probation office. Nobody seen her that day, no more. Until we got to that store when Shabby Copeland came up and told us that he hasn't seen Tisha. She was
no,
reported
it was
missing
the twenty
on
ninth.
August the 29th.
The
She was
twenty
reported
ninth.
missing. That's when your mama reported her missing.
No, because the 29th was a Thursday. Like, I remember it was a Thursday that she gave me the letter. Because I remember I went to school. I took I took the letter to Tyrell that Thursday, and then he had wrote her a letter back that Friday. No, no, that
So
Thursday.
why
And then when I got back to school Friday, he asked me, "Did she write him back?" And "Did she come back to the house?" And I was like, "No, I ain't see her to give her the letter." Like that's why I still had the letter. I ended up giving the letter to the police. So like they supposed to have all that, like, because they even like went on Harvey Hill to like question Tyrell and everything because they wanted to make sure. I guess he wasn't like a person of interest. And then that's when I told them I had the letter, and then they took the letter and read that that he wasn't mad at her or nothing. So they did do that part. But then like I remember my mom and them said they supposed to have went and got some lie detectors test done. And then like remember I told you that they told me that they passed it. And then all them years I thought they were at work. And like I'm so mad at myself because like I believe what the hell they said. And the whole time they were lying.
Keisha, your
So I'm
mother your mother didn't have a job. The lie detector test came back inconclusive because they couldn't read it. And you know why they couldn't read it. I don't understand why they lied to you about it.
and
Only
that's what
people that
that's
lie, they got something to hide. That's how I
right.
feel.
Right.
Their lie detector came back inconclusive. But I know how technology is now. If they take a lie detector test today, rather what they on or off, they can find out if they're lying or not.
They sure can.
Like I said, I don't get no call back no more. I can call, I don't get no call backs. I can do it, whatever. I get no communication anymore.
That's how they did me over the years. Or like, do you remember back? I don't remember what year it was. I want to say it was like 2012. That girl got on Facebook and was like, she remembers seeing Tisha at a fire and she thinks she did something to Tisha. And remember, I dropped everything and came down to the police department. I'm gonna go back and see if I can find it. I had wrote posts on it and
And but
everything.
they said that girl was crazy.
Right, they just wrote it off and she was
They said
crazy.
she was crazy in the head. That's what I
Like they
remember
don't
somebody
look at
saying.
they didn't they and they got back with us in a day. So well, how did you investigate or look into anything in a day? It's like that's why like I have no faith in Farmville Police Department at all. I am in the process of trying to hire me a private investigator again, and this time I'm going to make sure he has the FBI background because I mean at this point I don't care how much money it costs. I'm
My
going to do
my
that.
main concern is this: why Yvonne is not in one of these boxes.
Well,
Like they,
we was chatting at first, and it was going good. Then she told me she was gonna come on a podcast, and then she said she was sick. Her health was failing her. It was just so many excuses that she was giving me, and then I kept, inboxing to talk to her. So finally, I talked to her, and I messaged her, and I said, you know what? We're gonna do the podcast without you. Since you don't want to come on, we're gonna do the podcast without you. And because she knew the podcast was going on. I said, we're gonna do it without you, even though you don't want to be involved. No response at all from her.
yeah, because like my mom, she had told me she was doing a podcast, and I was excited. But I wasn't talking to her at the
Hmm.
time. So I feel like she would use that as a way to get me to talk back to her. I was like, okay, you're gonna do the podcast. I was like, make sure you send the link to me so I can get on it too. And
Hmm.
then like right before, like I'm gonna try to find messages in my
Yeah,
inbox.
she told you. I remember we talked. Remember she told you that
Yeah,
I'll be scheduled.
right. And that's when we found out that that's
She
when
was.
I found out she lied to me. She told me he rescheduled.
Yes, I got the
And
messages
he
too.
sent me the messages to show me that she was the one that's rescheduled because of her health.
Yeah, she was.
I'm in worse health condition than my mom is.
Yes,
But
all the
I'm gonna
messages
still
that she
I still
wrote,
put forth effort.
I have them. I have all the messages, so she can't lie about that.
Like like it's crazy. Like
But you know what? Don't stop here. Maybe
I'm
this.
I'm
if
not
Don't stop here
I,
because,
I'm
and I see people are
I'm
attacking.
holding
Go
my
ahead.
tongue. I'm holding my tongue. God, I'm holding my tongue.
like
It was so many years that we were supposed to get a thing for Tisha and memorial. Like not I'm not gonna say memorial, but I know
yeah, like at
her
least the
color was
moons and stuff.
purple.
I never did it
Her
because my
color was
mom didn't want to
purple.
be involved.
Every time we made the date for to do it, she had an excuse. We was gonna bring the news people back. She called them and told them not to come because she was sick.
Mm,
Did you know that?
No, I did.
wow. Yeah.
I didn't know
Um,
that.
well, everybody's tagging all the dates.
That's why that didn't happen.
Mm.
Nature's beside me, Auntie, and she's calling mom and she's not answering.
Of course she's not. But I bet you she watching this.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna send her the link too. Hmm.
See, I couldn't call. I only could communicate with her on Facebook because
Okay,
I don't have her number.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying certain things because I know what type of person she is. So I'm trying to watch what I say because like if you came to Farmville today, honestly, if you ever walked the town of Farmville, and you will ask a question, what do you think happened to La'Teasha Brooks? These people will give you the same two names.
Harry
It
Yvonne. But
never
the whole
fails.
time,
Perry
that
and Yvonne.
and I hate the fact that I used to defend them. I used to defend them because in my mind for 20 years I was told that they were at work. That's why remember it was I still remember it was like 2, 3 days. It was Tisha's birthday. I had just had my daughter. So I'm out getting out of the hospital and I got hit with all that. Like
Tisha,
my
I mean,
that changed my whole
Kiki,
life. Like
when when I went to the store and asked that lady, I went to, like I said, we did our own investigation. We went to talk to the probation officer. We went to the store where your mama said she worked at. The woman had to compose herself. We had to wait until she stopped crying to say Yvonne hasn't worked here in almost a week. She got fired. Now, in newspaper clips, if you look up the newspaper clips, all of the newspaper clips have different stories that your mama told. First, her and Perry took her to a probation appointment. Then it was just her.
That's the story.
Then
That's
she
the
said she
story.
dropped her off and told her to call me when you finish. When that man said when T came in there, it only took 5 minutes for her to turn her paper in. He gave her another appointment, and she walked out. And I said, when she walked out, where did she go? And he told me I don't know where she went because there is a hallway. He said all he could see was the door open, and where she went from there, he said I don't know. And he told me I wish I could tell you where she went, but I don't know.
That's the key right there.
and
She
see
has too many
the
stories.
last time
The newspaper clips that I sent you, read them, and you will see that all them clips are different. Her story changed every time. Either she subtracts something or she adds something in it.
but see the last time
I
she
don't care what
talked to me.
nobody say. They know what happened to my niece. I know they know. If you don't know, you would be in this box. If anything happened to any of my kids, I got 3 daughters. If anything happened, I'm going to climb the end of this earth and try to find out what happened to them.
Me too.
I'm
Me
not
too.
going to lay around and enjoy my life and not know where my child is.
Right. Like I'm so thankful that they got location. Like my girls tell you they get sick of me because I randomly if their location go off, like I literally be up at I literally be up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning randomly and just check their location. And if I see one is off or offline, like I text them and ask them are they all right. Like it's just this is weird that I don't know. And then
Now,
the last time I asked her about like why didn't she pick Tisha up? She told me that she didn't pick her up because Shabby was supposed to pick her up. Now, mind you, they started throwing Shabby name out after Shabby passed away. 'Cause one
mm,
time I was on the phone with my mom and I was asking her about it, and her pedo husband was in the background talking about some they needed to ask Shabby. They needed to
No
ask
bashing.
Shabby.
No
Yeah,
bashing.
the pedophile that she's
T,
still with, knowing that he a
I'm gonna
pedophile.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Remember when T was in New Jersey and she came back home? I'm gonna tell you, it was snowing. It was snowing, snowing. And the temperature was, I mean, it was like 30 some degrees outside. Your sister came to my house in a t-shirt and a pair of shorts crying. And I said, T, what are you doing here? She said, please, Auntie, let me stay here because Perry won't leave me alone. That's why she stayed at Shabby House. That was her getaway.
mm, mm.
It's I need y'all to understand this. It is so much I know. It is so much that I know, and I can't say it
Coochie. So,
because I know how. things could go. You understand, Keisha?
Well, he needs to be under the jail. I tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, I had tried to put him under the jail, but they said it wasn't enough
Wasn't it wasn't
evidence.
it wasn't it a story? Wasn't it a story that y'all that when T disappeared, y'all walked to a store which was what 30, 40 minutes away?
That's how the discrepancy, because she told my kids that this was the night that I found out that she didn't go on the Steve Wilkos show when she cussed all of us out when we started talking about Perry, started talking about him. She got all on defense for him.
Keisha,
My daughter,
your mama lives over here in the trailer park over here. The Steve Wilkos show called her. Yvonne said hello. The lady said, I don't remember her name, but she said, this is such and such from the Steve Wilkos show. Yvonne hung up. And I can remember, I think my daughter Jasmine was the one that contacted them and gave the information, and they called Yvonne. And then it got to a point too, they was calling and she wouldn't answer the phone. We all was sitting on the porch. Because I think my niece Pooja was doing her hair. Because Pooja asked her why you ain't answering the phone. And she said, I don't got time for them people right now. I would have had all the
you
time.
remember? You remember when I asked her on Facebook? I must try to go back and see if it's still up there. I asked her why didn't she go on there, and she said because I wasn't ready. I said how, excuse my language. I said how the fuck are you not ready to find your daughter? Like what do you mean you're
It's
not
been
ready?
23 years.
Yeah,
She still
and
ain't
then
ready.
she
She
said
still ain't ready.
I wish Sean was. I wish Sean could be on this podcast. Unfortunately, my brother is currently locked up right now because my mother called the police on him and got him locked up when defending her husband again. But like I don't understand that. But
Mm,
she had
mm.
told because when all that happened, when she told my daughter, and my daughter can vouch this. My daughter after this, and they saw how upset I was. They was like, Nana, why don't you talk about Tisha? And then they asked her what happened, and she told my kids that I walked 4 miles to a store to get the van. Like it was just a whole outlandish story. And where we were living at the time, excuse me, where we was living at the time,
Prospect, right?
there's no way that I would have been
Prospect,
right.
right?
We used to live in Prospect, like country, back road. There's no way that I mean, at the time, like, ain't no way Princess Keisha was gonna be walking those road in the middle of the night. Like when I had friends with cars and stuff. Like, why would I? Like, what? She was like me. She told them a whole different story from what I remember. So that sent me even further down, trying to figure out like what is she talking about? Why is she changing the story? And matter of fact, that was the same night I called her, and that's when Perry was in the background talking about they um they need to act shabby cold, and I was like, y'all know he passed away. Like, what are you talking about? And then,
They're gonna ask Sherry Coleman because Sherry can't defend herself now.
right. I'm sorry. I gotta sit back.
But I do remember when he pulled up when Dixie was up here and how fast he pulled up. The tires screamed because he pressed on brakes so hard. Because all of us was there with Dixie that day. And he said, Yvonne, I haven't seen Tisha. Yvonne said, oh, don't worry about it. She probably laid up with some man somewhere. And I ain't got time because I'm going to the family reunion. And those were her words.
Yeah. And like me and my brother, we still waiting on the conversation. She promised she was going to talk to us. Like we wanted answers, and we asked
A
her for the
23-year-old conversation.
right. And she was like, he here right now, and she was like, I promise y'all, I'm gonna give y'all the answers. So she never called, never called. So then eventually, I don't even know how I started back talking to my mom. Like I be trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because she's my mom, and then people always say like you're supposed
Uh,
to talk to your mom because that's your mom, but like
okay.
people don't understand how hard it
Okay.
is when you got in the back of your mind that your mom, like if she didn't do something to your sister, she know what happened to your sister type thing. And like that always plays in the back of my mind now because it's like so many people were saying it when it first happened to like
I
Yeah,
do. Was you at the birthday party?
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Oh
Take your
Keisha,
time. Take your
take your
time.
time through the book. Time.
This
But Keisha, was you at the birthday party?
which birthday party?
It had a birthday party for, I think it was for, yeah, it had to be because it was hot. And all of us was sitting around the little fire thing. And we were talking about stuff that we did when we was young.
Oh, it was
And
Nate. You talking about when I
it was a cookout,
was
a birthday party or
Poochie
something.
pregnant?
I think so.
Yeah, it was Nate's birthday party when all of us was sitting there.
And do you remember Perry saying Yvonne should have left me a long time ago because of what I did? And Jasmine said, well,
What?
what did you do?
Yeah, I
And
remember.
Yvonne said, oh, he just saying that because he drunk. And then Perry went in the house and we didn't see him the rest of the night.
Yeah, because we was still trying to figure out like what was he talking about.
mm, that's something to say too. Mm. It seemed like to me everything leads back to Yvonne and Perry.
Yeah, it's
I'll tell you, look, it ain't no doubt in my mind. I would be shocked, actually shocked. You probably have to put me in the hospital if they ain't had nothing to do with what happened to her or her disappearance. Because I know for a fact T wouldn't be away from Fayshawn and Kiki this long. She called me every night when she lived in Jersey. We used to talk from 9 o'clock. Those back in the day when the phones go free at 9 o'clock. We used to talk to 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning every day. Cause I was favorite auntie. And then you got people saying, "Are you going to ever accept that you're not going to find out, or she's not coming back?" No, I'm not going to accept that.
Oh, you're not supposed to. Keep
like
looking. Keep searching.
people are horrible. Like
We're gonna
and
keep
it went
posting her.
it was like a long time. Like I went without even talking about Tisha to try to get a story out there because people would inbox me with the stupidest questions and stuff, and I just didn't mentally know how to handle it. Like, like I don't.
The only thing is, I just pray that
It's a phone call.
you and Fayshawn get closure, because my mother told Detective Sprague before she leaves this world, she want to know what happened to her grandchild. And my mom is 80 years old.
That's what I just prayed on it, and this is what
Well, this is gonna be
God
the first step. This is gonna be the first step to getting her
right.
story out here. This is gonna be the first step. I promise you. This is definitely gonna be the first step because it's been too long, and somebody got the answer for it, one way or another. It's too many red flags in the whole story. Like I said, when I first posted the story, I knew it was more to it. I used to always see her,
It's a lot of it's a
yeah,
lot of stories.
yeah, you know what I mean, like, yeah, it's just these, whenever I post missing people, it wears on me too. That's why this is why I do it, to help families out, to get these stories out here. That's my main goal. That's you know, and I hope that by us doing this, that this definitely open up airwaves and get y'all some answers, and we can find out what happened to La'Teasha. 2026, we're gonna be loud, loud, not quiet no more, loud. Be loud about La'Teasha. Be loud about her case.
Yes,
Be loud. I don't care who get mad. Be loud. They gonna
yeah.
hear
Like
you.
I'm not, I'm not saving face no more. Like none of that. Like, because if I save face, that means how I'm lying to myself and I'm being fake, and that's not what I'm gonna do. Like I need the answers for my sister. Like I miss my sister. Like I got 6 kids. I know that she would just love on. Like she would be that auntie that they would just want to go hang out with. That they could get away with anything. Like I know it. Like all my cousins. Like me and my sister are the oldest out of my cousins. Like I literally stopped going around my family because like, it used to hurt to see my cousins with their sisters. And like
Mm.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You wear your heart on your sleeve, and that's how you're supposed to.
No, don't be sorry. You good. You good. You
Yeah,
good.
your heart on your sleeve.
Like this has taken such a mental toll on me. Like I have done so much therapy and stuff, but like just like
I don't like the crack either.
I'm sorry.
You good.
Okay, you don't have to be sorry. You don't have to be sorry. Your sister proud you doing this. Trust me.
Like
I like my question is, what else could we do?
You
right.
know,
I think we done done everything, and we still know nothing.
I think honestly, this is gonna open up some doors for y'all to hopefully get some answers. I think it definitely will. Like she said, if she got to get on every platform, tell this story, that's what it's gonna be. Farmville Police Department, somebody gonna have to listen to y'all. They up there posting the flyers on the website and all that, like they looking. Come on, we got to put them to work.
Like I
I
I
think they
really
doing this so we can shut up.
Yeah, of
I
course.
really think I feel like they did it because what's the sheriff down there, Tony Epps? I think he just did it for a publicity stunt to get black people to vote for him to get reelected. Because it was mighty funny. He was on it around the time that he was trying to get
And
reelected
so we
and
can shut
everything.
up.
And you know, I've been noticing that a lot with African American cases. People who trying to get elected, they'll promise that they're gonna do something for it, and then as soon as they're elected, they don't do nothing for the case. That happens a
'Cause
lot.
I'm still confused as to how they reopened the case and nobody reached out to me to talk to me. I'm one of the last
And
people.
has anybody talked to Yvonne Perry?
I don't even know.
Has the FBI went to their house? Have they been interrogated or whatever you call it? Have they? I ain't hear nothing about it.
I didn't either. But at the same time, if they did do it, she wouldn't tell us. Like all our lives, she has protected this man when it comes to us. She's always chose him over us.
Over anything.
Yeah, like I don't even want to like put her. Like I want her to be able to tell her own story. I meant to ask her earlier if it was okay if I like discuss her situation, but
Who?
Luna, like I don't know, but it was, I don't even. And so like people always try to tell me like at the end of the day that's your mother, you need to talk to her. And it's just like people don't even know the half because like and it's like people know it because like when
It,
I voiced it, a lot of people inboxed me was like, well, I never wanted to be disrespectful against your mother or like I didn't want to say nothing because that's your mother. But like, yeah, that's my mother, but that's my sister.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, if you're a mother, you're supposed to be do some mothering somewhere.
it's just really weird how she protects. And then like, okay, so a situation happened to where he, my my daughter gave me permission to talk about it. This is why it's just weird. Like she doesn't protect anybody in our family against her husband, and that's why I feel like if she's willing to let this happen and go against me and my kids against it, she wouldn't do anything behind him. One of my daughters, she came to us and told us that her husband tried to touch her. I immediately went down to the police department to try to press charges and stuff. Like my daughter had to go through 3 sessions. I got a story too. My daughter had to go through 3 sessions of being interviewed by a child psychiatrist to try to see, and they just said the only reason why I couldn't press charges was because there wasn't enough evidence for them to pursue it. But even after this, my mom stayed with him. She's still with him. I went through a custody battle with my kids when I fell into hard times, and my mother, I had my kid. It's crazy. She asked me to go to the police station and lie about it. She asked my daughter to go to the police station and tell them that she lied. And when my daughter didn't do that, she told, like, she went against me. And now I share joint custody all because my daughter didn't do what she said. Because at the time I was in between houses and I was using my mother's address, and she told them that I didn't live there when she knew I was just trying to get a place. So you can do that to your own child and your own grandchild. Like, what what extreme will you go to protect him? And like I said, my brother is locked up right now because her husband attacked my brother with a knife. She called me and said he stabbed her in the hand. And I visually saw my brother pinning him down, telling my mother to call the police because he was like, call the police, this nigga trying to kill me. And my brother choked him out and I heard him snoring. So I'm telling my mom to call the police, and I didn't believe that she would call the police. And that's when I called my Aunt Gail and told her, I need you to call the police just in case mom don't, because she said Perry stabbed her in the hand. So the whole time in my mind, okay, she gonna do the right thing this time because I'm thinking she gonna call the police on her husband. No, my brother calls me 10 minutes later and he's getting in the back of a police car.
So she done told the cops that his brother did something to him. Wow.
Yes, she lied and said she lied and told my aunt that she cut her hand because when she picked the knife up.
Mm.
What in the fuck is she doing?
So if you willing to go to that extreme, like you can't protect your
And so
son, I don't have no faith in you protecting your daughter. And it's always been a weird rival between me and her for like it's so many times I've caught my mother just looking at me like she can't stand my guts. And all I ever wanted was her to love me. Like I always just wanted a mom.
I was there back then, and I'm here now.
So like that's all I want somebody to do is you need to question them. Like they need to figure something out. Like, cause if you ain't got nothing to hide, you would be like me. I want y'all to come ask me some questions. Like I want you to ask me as many questions as possible because I want you to find any keyword I say or any point,
Mm.
like anything. Like I've located like the ex boyfriend. Like I couldn't remember his name to save my life. I stayed up one night 5 hours straight on Facebook stalking this man's uncle page because I could not remember his last name, looking for a keyword that somebody would call this man uncle. And I eventually found it, went to his sister page, and then I remembered his last name, and then when I typed him in, he was locked up in Pennsylvania for receiving stolen goods. So it's possible. Like nobody's researching. Like it's like if I could find that out by doing a little work, like you mean to tell me the police couldn't do that?
That's because they ain't look.
And mind you, the guy
I
uncle,
told you.
he said that he would go with me to the police department. He said he told Wesley Reed that he would take him to New Jersey and to his brother's house, and they could ask him any questions and get any information. And he said Wesley Reed never answered the phone for him no more. And I know people probably can look at me crazy because I'm dropping names and stuff, but yeah, Farmville Police Department did a piss poor job on trying to find my sister. Like if you even look at the articles in the paper, they put that it wasn't like they didn't feel like it was criminal
It
or
was
like
basic article.
I said, you got the article in it. Like it's just and then like they never put it like on the front page. They used to always give my sister a little corner on the fifth or sixth page. Like, are y'all serious? It's so many people
Well,
from
when they did the read, what is the read, what you call it, running on front page,
huh?
when they did her the recreation of her face and stuff, that was the only thing I ever seen on the front page.
Right. And I still don't think that looked like her. I don't think she looks no different because like none of us look no different than what we looked like at 17, 18. Like my, my damn eyes on the eye.
I
Like
think that they should put Yvonne in a room, put Perry in a room, and the one that's going to break is Yvonne.
Yeah, I think it's time we put them in a room. It's time. The only way we're gonna have some answers. Like I said, somebody got to be held accountable.
right.
I want to put them in a room. Because remember when they first did it, like recreated her look.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the car wash. Yvonne came. I had the newspaper in the seat. She didn't say nothing about Tisha. She was asking me about the car. I had my floor mats on the ground. And I'm thinking to myself, is she gonna say anything about the newspaper? Because you couldn't miss it. It was in my back seat. I got so mad. I put all my stuff in the car and closed the stuff and pulled away. She did not say nothing about. Did you see in the newspaper? Oh, that's Tisha right here. She said nothing about her. She didn't mention her name, not once. She was talking about the car, and the door was wide open. The newspaper was laying right there in the seat.
Yeah, like I didn't realize that my mother really never talked about her until my girls brought it to my attention. Cause like everything that my girls know about Tisha is because of me. Like I'm the reason why they know they have an aunt. Like
Did she have pictures of her in her house?
she got pictures in her house.
I
But I think she got a picture up. Well, I think she got a couple of them.
I think it's the graduation picture.
She got the
She got that checkered shirt on.
well, she got her senior
I think I've never
photo.
seen that
She
there.
got she got the prom outfit. Like when she went to prom with Duda, she got those pictures.
I hope they haunt her. I hope
'Cause
every time she closes her eyes, she see Tisha. I hope it haunts her.
it's like I'm getting
And I'm thinking that's probably why she do the things she do, drinking and all that. It's eating her alive, and she trying to kill it by doing all that stuff. It's not going nowhere because we're not gonna leave it alone. I know I'm not. I'm not gonna leave it alone.
right. Like it's gonna be even worse now because it's like I can.
It's gonna be terrible because they see us on the podcast. This stuff is gonna be in Farmville. I seen a lot of people on there was when before I came on here. People was coming on it.
Yeah, like
This gonna be
I
a
had
talk for a
told
month
people
or
about
so.
it, but I did it wrong. I thought it was the link. Like this is my first time, y'all. Shot. I'm sorry. I told a lot of y'all that I was gonna send a link. I
It's
didn't know.
okay because listen, we have
That's why I
180
said
people watching. You know,
why I'm not on
Yeah,
this
I didn't
podcast.
know.
it's 180 people watching right now.
Okay, and I think everybody that came to watch this, I'm just trying to like get my sister's story out there. Like just I'm it's too many social media platforms out here for it to not reach every state. Like
Well, this right here, I'm gonna put in every group, every page, and like I said, a lot of people in the comments have already tagged a lot of big platforms, so I'm pretty sure they'll be reaching out. Like it's time. Like I said, 2026, we being loud.
And you know that they can check her social security number, see how it's been used.
yeah, but see, I asked
It
mom,
hasn't been used.
so it hasn't been used.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because I asked mom.
It has zero use.
Yeah, that's. I was
I mean,
hoping. I was hoping that it did.
No, it hasn't been used. And I'll tell you, you know when we all lived in Richmond and she had there was I know it's Farmville when I was living in Farmville. The last thing that was used for when she had her name on the cable bill, and that was in 2002, and it hasn't been used since then.
Yeah, like I remember when you told me that, like I spazzed out, like, cause like how you,
I'm gonna say something. Yvonne wasn't like that at first because you know when you saw me, you saw her.
right?
'Cause we was like this. I lived with y'all for so many years. We was close. Yvonne didn't start acting like that till she got with Perry. Before Perry came, Yvonne was a totally different person. I don't know what he did to her or what happened to her. She won't like this. But when she met Perry, you could see it slowly her personality slowly changing.
Yeah, like I remember I didn't
And that's
see
why
my mom.
I don't I know when y'all came around, she was still there a little bit because I was still coming around with her. We still was going clubbing and all that. And I would be at the house with y'all when they was out doing whatever the hell they was doing. And then after the situation happened with Tisha, and after I seen how protected she was of Perry and how y'all had to be with me sometimes because of the way they was acting, I can't, I'll speak to her, but chilling with her, hanging with her, kicking with her, I can't because every time I see her, I can't say that. Every time I see her, it's stuff goes through my mind. I can't do it because if anything is important to you, it would be your children.
Right. But I mean,
She should be standing beside us. Well, when I was going, I'm gonna tell you this. Like I said, I have so many stories I could tell you. Yvonne knew I was going to the courthouse because her and Perry was in the parking lot for something because they was in the courthouse for something and they was coming out and I was going in. And she said, "Where you going?" I said, "I gotta go to the courthouse for a minute." Yvonne knew why I was going. It would have meant the world to me if you had turned around and said, "I'm gonna go with you so I can see what's going on with Tisha." She knew why I was going. She seen it in my face, and I said, "She know where," and she knew why I was. Me and my dad had so many times. Detective Sprague Yvonne had a son.
right.
He
So I
recently
remember
found out that
when I
Yvonne
went
had.
down there telling him about the DNA thing. I was like, yeah, I can get my brother to come too. I said because I said I was like me and her got the same mama, but like her and my baby brother got the same mother and father. So then he was like, you got a baby brother. I was like, yeah, like he was like, well, how old is he? I was like, he like in his 20s, like like yeah.
Yeah, because
So it
we went down. He went down there with me and mom. It was me, mom, Kim, and Sean.
right, cause like I
Cause
still remember,
Sean wanted to know what was going on.
like
He
'cause I
pulled it out
remember,
and showed Sean what he had.
like
But
I remember
he said, I
Kim.
didn't know that you existed. He said, I never knew Yvonne had a son.
Yeah, 'cause I remember Kim and Sean called me and they said they were gonna go down there. And Kim said that she knew somebody that could try to help get the case open. And it's like, cause she said she was tired of seeing the strain that it was, what it was doing to Sean. Cause like like I know Sean don't handle it well
And
at
he
all.
still
Like
don't at all. And that's how I feel he out here running amok.
right,
Because he trying to ease his pain.
cause yeah, he definitely deals with it different than me. Like, and it's like I went a lot of years where I didn't even like people know like you couldn't even talk to like I didn't want to talk about it because like I felt like I had to be the strong one. And like, in the generation that we grew up in, like a bunch of crying was a sign of weakness. So it was like you just like I couldn't cry and show my emotions because I had to hold my brother together. Because my
Right.
mother, like he couldn't go to my mom and talk about it or like so I can't I felt like I couldn't break down talk about it. So it's been many like I had to deal with it on my own to the point where I had became a functional alcoholic and didn't even realize because I just felt like I'm still going to work, I'm still doing this, and it's like the whole time I'm just trying to suppress everything instead of like, and that's why I said like now I'm going to
See,
put her
but
story out there.
we all was quiet for years until we had that argument. in February. When
Me
all of us was on that Facebook page when Jasmine posted, I wish I could go on the Steve
on
Wilkos
Steve Wilkos
show.
show.
And your mama said, me too. And I said, Yvonne, you had your chance, but you didn't go.
Like
That's
it's
when
crazy.
all hell
I
broke
had
loose.
yes. I was like I ended up having to go back to the hospital because I had just had my daughter, and then it's like my blood pressure went up. Like it was just like crazy because like my body had just went through all that stress of having a baby, and then with my myasthenia, it just sent me.
There you go. Where you going?
Like,
My cat just rolled his eyes at me.
and like it just
But
I still don't
this
know my
how I
purpose.
feel. I feel if I have a conversation with Yvonne, she'll tell me something.
She might.
But if I have this conversation, I'm scared of what I might do with this
But
conversation.
when she see this podcast, she ain't probably gonna talk to neither one of us. I mean, I'm not already talking to her anyway, but
And
oh,
ask me if I give a mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, and like it's hard on me because like at the end of the day, I
Maybe
still
she
love my
does.
mother. I still love my mother. Like I don't know how
Huh?
people do. I still love my
You,
mother. Can y'all hear me?
I know.
And it's
Yeah, because you had disappeared.
oh yeah, I still love my mother. It's just like I just gotta go non-contact because I gotta protect my peace, and I just gotta figure it out. Like I can't let my emotions and my love for my mom deter me from trying to finding out the truth about my sister because
I just hope one day and one day soon you will know.
I'm praying that y'all find out some answers.
Great. Get
I
off it.
thank you.
That's why I brought y'all here. So you can tell the world your story, so everybody can know La'Teasha's name. If you don't know her name or her face now, you know before they know it now.
And I thank you so much for letting us use your platform to get her story out there.
Yes, and I'm gonna keep on posting her too. I've been posting her for a couple of years now. I'm gonna keep posting her.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate y'all so much for coming on here. Like I said, I started these podcasts a couple of years ago because I feel as though a lot of these missing person cases involving colored people should be on the news,
Hmm.
but they're not. And I want my podcast to be the gateway, for these faces to get there. I want millions to see. I ain't stopping at thousands. I want millions to see these podcasts and see these faces because it's been too long. 23 years, like you said, 23 going on 24 years. That's a long time to not have any answers.
Right.
Long time.
And you just drop off the face of the earth and I mean no trace, no nothing.
And that's impossible. Like it's impossible for that to happen to somebody. Like it's no way.
Somebody knows something.
Because you know, Keisha, back in the day, it always was us.
Yeah, like it's
Okay,
crazy.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Keisha. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Yeah. I say yeah.
Do you remember back when we lived on Virginia Street when when y'all used to when he used to get his little funky attitude? He used to
Hmm.
say, "I could do something to you
And nobody
and
would
roll you
ever
up in the
know
carpet and nobody would ever find you." Remember, he used to say that all the time.
all the time. And remember he used to talk about acid?
Hmm. And he worked at the hospital during that time.
Yeah, when we was living on Virginia Street, he was working at the hospital, then he got fired, and then he started working for Brunswick Medical Supply where he was delivering the medical supplies.
And who always went with him?
Me and Tisha used to go with him all the time. But
You stopped going.
right, I stopped going because it was boring. But then sometimes I used to go because he
And then
did
sometimes, but sometimes she didn't feel like going, but he used to make her go.
like he used to drop.
Did you know that?
He used to drop us off at our
Get
boyfriend's house
off.
for real. I ain't like this. But then when I broke up with the boy, I didn't want to go no more. So I mean, now I mean older now, so I
Yeah, you can tell
At
it
least
though.
you're honest.
yeah, I can tell on myself now. But yeah, but
I'm gonna find someone. I'm gonna hit you. Get off.
I gotta do a lot of praying tonight to just get my peace back and just to get my mind back right. Like
Right.
this is so hard for me to talk about, just because like I don't know, my body just mentally just shuts down and stuff, and it's like that's why I haven't really talked about it a lot over the years. But I'm trying my best to like fight through it and get her story out there.
Yes. Well, you haven't tried. You succeeded in getting her story out there. It's
Yes.
definitely out there. You have succeeded with doing that. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. If
I,
anybody's just joining us, we're talking about the case of La'Teasha Lamont Brooks, who's been missing from Farmville, Virginia, since August 29th, 2002. 23 years, going on 24 years. No answers. It's like she disappeared off the face of the earth. But we know that's not true, and somebody knows something. You have anything else that y'all want to say tonight?
well, I actually think I need to go lay down. I'm starting to get a little. My neck is starting to get a little weak, and I'm starting to hurt a little bit.
Okay. Again, I thank you for coming on, and I thank you, Miss Gail, for joining us too. You guys have
You're
answered
welcome.
you guys have answered a lot of questions. Hopefully, we can get this ball rolling, and we can
Yeah.
find out what happened. Like I said, we're gonna be loud in 2026. And everybody that came to watch this podcast, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all,
Yes.
and we
Thank you,
will
everybody.
thank you, and we will see y'all on the next one. And y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
All right,
Good
good
night.
night.